Yeah, I'm having a little trouble trying to keep my body temperature down. It's hard for a big fella. Uh, well, me, I never had a bad family. I grew up in a great family, in which all these guys know that. It's just I was an awkward little kid growing up. I always seeked approval, which I found out I have an approval addiction too. Just the attention seeking and wanting to feel needed and wanted, So
People pleasing.
people pleasing.
Yes.
Now I'm a very big people pleaser, which I said in my last podcast. Like I've fulfilled that with hanging out with drug dealers and street thugs and gangsters, you know, running around with them, doing what they wanted me to do, feeling wanted and needed, Uh, that's what really started mine addiction, finding drugs too to party with them with. Uh,
Until it didn't.
until it didn't, yeah. But also like Stephen too though. I grew up when I was 13, I was in a Pentecostal church too. I actually got saved when I was 15. But during high school too, I struggled with the light and the dark because I'd go to church every Wednesday, every Sunday. I was involved, I was an usher and all that, but I still hung out with everybody who smoked weed, snorted pills in high school, in which that's what I did. I snorted pills and smoked weed in high school. But eventually, after high school, with also being picked on too and not getting the attention that I was wanting,
Amen.
that's when I decided to be a little more violent, a little more mean.
Get a little mad, don't you?
Yeah,
They call that rebellion, my brother.
Well, I was a heck of a rebellion, let me tell you.
Amen.
Like, and my size too didn't make it no better. So when I got out of high school, that's when I just started being rebellious, crazy. I mean, I was a daredevil, like a serious I mean, I did things I didn't even think a normal human being should do.
They shouldn't have.
That shouldn't have done. And I did that up until I was 25, and then depression, anxiety kicked in. I was having an identity crisis because I gave up. I started to give up that side of me with the gangs and all that. When one night I came to my senses when I was willing to commit a murder charge just because some people wanted to jump a friend of mine. And we went back to my house and I got my shotgun and pistol and I handed him the pistol and I sat on my front porch with the shotgun.
You were going to show him, weren't you?
I was going to show him. But then that next day I was thinking, what was I thinking, man? I could throw my whole life away.
Man, here comes Jesus.
Yeah. And I was still struggling because I quit going to church. Like, I quit going to church after I turned 19. Here I am in my 20s. At 21, I did that. But up until 25, the identity crisis and all that caught up. I didn't know whether to be the man with the golden heart that God created me to be.
Right.
Versus the guy that I made with a cold heart. It was hot and cold, hot and cold, hot and cold. So that's when cocaine started becoming a more regular thing to use, and ecstasy and weed, and till I found crack, in which I realized I messed up because I quit buying weed for a month. Yeah. And I was like, well, I'm hook, line, and sinker now.
Yeah.
And I was in denial too. I was like, I can take care of this. I was like, I can take care of this eventually, 10 years later, and I still ain't took care of it. I went to my first program at 32, and I went to a faith-based program in Pulaski, Church of Salvation, New Canaan Ranch. And I knew I was in the right place then because a few months in, because like Hope Center, we go out and work, but over there you go and work out with people in the community. Like you can rent me out and I can mow your yard for $8 an hour, and know you spiritually.
I'll say, come on.
Yeah. But we went to eat. Me and this guy I was working for, we went to eat in a town of Linville at Soda Pop Junction.
Amen.
And when we was getting ready to leave, God was talking to me for some reason.
Here it comes.
He said, look to your left. And I didn't know it was him talking at that moment, but he said, look to your left. And I looked to my left. And granted, now I said I quit going to church since I was 19, and I lived 5 minutes from the church. I didn't see my pastor or none of my congregation for 10 plus years. But then when God told me to look to my left, the first person I seen is my pastor's wife. And I said, no way. And I look a little further, and then I see my pastor talking to another pastor who's friends with the guy that I'm working with. I said, if that ain't a sign, I don't know what is.
You finally seen
I'm
it.
5 minutes from the man, and I ain't seen him in 10 plus years.
Yeah.
And then when I really need help, I'm in a town an hour and a half further away.
It's
And
a
I see
setup,
him.
ain't it?
It's a setup. And that's what started my journey of recovery there, in which I still had my relapses in short terms, but that's why I'm here now to
That's
get
good.
stronger. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't putting your fist through concrete no more.
No, sir.
Amen.